Nothing before or since, no earthquake, no war, no famine, has ever caused such mortality.
The ultimate enemy are microbes. And man has no reason to think that because of his superior intellect, if it really came down to a battle, he would necessarily win.
The bacteria that causes bubonic plague is still at large in the world today. In Saudi Arabia, North and South Africa, parts of South America, and the United States. In 1900, following an outbreak of plague in China, the microbe hitched a ride on a merchant ship to California where bubonic plague erupted, killing 122. From the west coast, it traveled inland where it found a fertile new host population, the rodent communities of America's deserts and grasslands.
It's in the southwestern part of the United States, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, California, some in Texas, Arizona. In ground squirrels, chipmunks, prairie dogs, small rodent animals. It can infect other animals, and particularly cats.
Cats, like humans, are very, very susceptible to plague, and they can develop plague pneumonia with cough. And they can spread the disease then to people. If the pet owner is handling the cat, has the cat up in their face, and the cat's coughing, they can get what we call primary pneumonic plague, which is acquired by inhaling the bacteria.
When the Black Death ravages 14th century Europe, the only hope for a plague victim seems to be a miracle. Now, antibiotics can cure bubonic plague if the case is identified quickly enough.
We began immediately tracing contacts, looking for whoever might have been in contact with this person might have been exposed. And then quite often these people get prophylactic antibiotics to make sure the disease doesn't spread.
Yersinia pestis, the microbe that causes bubonic plague, is well known and understood. What worries disease watchers are the unknown microscopic killers, diseases hidden from us now, but that have the potential to emerge rapidly and race through a population.
Things entering into the food chain, things changing hosts that you'd never dreamed would change hosts, things appearing in unlikely areas.
AIDS, SARS, bird flu, and Lyme all have appeared in modern populations through a small and apparently innocuous development. Microbes are given an opportunity, and they take it.
Lyme disease really was let loose because suburban forests in the Northeast were being cleared for suburban sprawl. So it's the same phenomenon. I mean, we're doing that today. We don't know it's let loose.
What if Ebola virus established a new home in the East Coast of the United States? That could be pretty awful. It's untreatable. It's unfortunately spread from patients to caretakers. It's the family taking care of them, the doctors, the nurses that come down with that disease. And it's a very frightening disease in that respect.
In the Middle Ages, the Black Death emerged from a remote region, traveling along trade routes to reach the entire civilized world with startling speed. Today, microbes can cross oceans and continents in a single day.
When you think of the 24-hour period of travel, you realize that any virus in the world, anywhere, can be right here in this living room within one incubation period. Doesn't have to transmit to anybody, doesn't have to go through a fleet, doesn't have to do anything.
Looking at the plague, there are a couple of things that jump out that parallel our situation. You have the notion of an expanding economy, new trade routes.
You realize that 500 million people every year cross international borders on international airline flights. 500 million a year. 70 million work outside their own country. I mean, I was just staggering of the amount of movement, the speed of that movement,